Welcome back to Be Bold Season 3, Episode 2. Exciting as usual. My name is Crystal Jean, and to my right,
Staram Katsini. Welcome to the show.
Wonderful. So, as always, we have very exciting interviews planned up for you. But first, before we do have a couple of announcements. On the website, I hope you've been on there. We have some new articles up there. Make sure you check it out. www.beboldshow.com. Sponsored by Dream Oval. So make sure you check it out and see what we have going on then. Plus, you can add comments, guys. Let's hear from you. What's happening? What's new? If you have articles to give us, go on and give it right on. Pass it right on over. And those of you watching and increasing our Be Bold YouTube channel, well done. Keep that up. Now, special quote for today. Our greatest glory is not in never falling, but it is rising every time we fall. I hope you've listened to that very carefully, because it's okay to make mistakes. It's okay to really give it your all and everything just shambles. Just forget it, cry. You can cry. It's okay. I mean, I cry all the time. Sometimes it doesn't work and you're like, ugh. It's okay. Cry it out and you'll be fine. But just always remember, you have to rise up again.
And this is something that will be going throughout the entire episode as you watch. Now, our first story is about bloggers. I'm sure you guys have all heard about bloggers, and blogging is basically where people write down their personal memoirs, their diaries, and put them online for other people to read. What has happened with that in the past year is, for instance, the uprising in the north of Africa and the Arab Front. And this was all done with bloggers and the help of bloggers and them being able to share their experiences and get a whole movement going. Now in Ghana we also have bloggers, and they also actually make money with it. So we have a few people that we want to look at. We have Hakeem and we have Deborah Ameyaw. So let's take a look at what it is that they do and how they make a difference.
Ameyaw Deborah, what do you know about him? Well, guess what? I am sitting right here on his desk where all the magic happens on his website, ameyawdeborah.com. He is a blogger. He is an entertainment journalist. He's a publicist. He's everything you want to know about blogging and social media here in Ghana. This is what this man does. So he's sitting next to me, so I'm going to start. Tell me how you even came up with this idea of starting your own blog in Ghana.
Well, I started off working with a magazine, an entertainment magazine, and when I left the company, an opportunity came for me to work with a website called africannews.com. And from there, I think, although it was an African thing, most of the Ghanaian websites were taking my information. And so then Ghana Web also contacted me and was like, he wants to open up an entertainment session, make it more vibrant, and he thinks I'm somebody who is more inclined to entertainment, so I can do that for him. So I started doing that, and along the way I also had my blog on Blogspot, so a bit of this and that, and I realized I was getting the following. People were liking it because again, maybe the way I was writing was quite different, and the information I was giving them was not something that was available all the time. So I started having the following, and so I naturally got a domain in my name and move all my blog again from the Blogspot onto ameyaw.com. And here we are today.
Now, who are some of the celebrities that you loved interviewing? Name like three of them. Your favorite three.
Well, I think Amber Rose is one of my favorite because of the impact of the interview I did. Because after I interviewed her, I put it on YouTube, and most of the African American, even BET, their blogs pick up the video, and so it became very viral. And it was something relevant because she had sort of offended some Africans by comments she made on Twitter, and so she was explaining it, and so it became relevant. So many people were following it, and so worldwide I got that kind of acclamation for it. So it's an interview I really like doing.
I want everyone in Ghana to understand that I wasn't just yeah, I wasn't just saying Ghana's just a poor country and never come here. You know, anyone that I've spoke to about Ghana since I've been here, I've been saying it's such an amazing place. And I'm sorry for not posting pictures of rich people, but it just wasn't for me to do.
But have you had a sense of the feeling that really Africa is not about poverty, like you may have seen it in the media back home?
Oh yeah, I mean absolutely. You know, I think everyone in the States have a perception of Africa that, you know, it's just all dirt roads, that people are very, you know, extremely poor. But what I've noticed about Africa since I've been here is it's either extremely rich or extremely poor. There's no middle class at all. And it's just weird to me, and that's why, you know, for me, I would like to go speak to the rich people and be like, what are you guys doing? Help out a little bit, you know? Help me, help them, and let's all help each other, and let's get this together, because there's no reason why there's a huge palace over here and there's little babies naked laying in the dirt. There's no reason for that.
I did an interview with this Nigerian German musician Adebantu, and I think I like that interview also because he's the kind of person, he's very deep, and so you ask him a question, he becomes quite philosophical about it, but still very fun in a way. So I enjoyed interviewing Adebantu as well. In Ghana, who would be my favorite person to interview? I think maybe One Love. I haven't really done a straightforward interview with One Love, but every time I interact with him, he's fun. He gives you something you can write about. Unlike some people who are very dull.
Would you say you're a geek?
Well, I think I am because growing up, I'm a shy person, so I'm not geek, but I tend to naturally fit into this environment, which is the cyberspace more. Even though I wouldn't say I'm technically the geeky kind of person in terms of technology and all that. I just use it, but I'm not so into it.
Yeah. When did you say, yes, this is what I want to do with my life, and this is how I want to contribute to society and make money? When was that starting point for you?
Well, I think it's probably after working with Ovation magazine sort of came to an end because there was I didn't see any real future over there, and then so I had to leave. And from there, then it became, what do I do? Should I go look for a job at the bank? Or, well, I did publishing studies back in university, so I mean this is quite a field that I would have assumed naturally, but my original plan with my dad going into studying publishing was to sort of start our own publication. But unfortunately after school my dad passed. So I had to sort of go with the wind, and whatever comes at me, I grab it and make the best out of it. So again, I would say I've been fortunate because after just transiting from leaving Ovation, that's when Africa News approached me. So, and they sort of gave you a little training on how to use the phone technology to do all that, and so from there I'm like, okay, there's a whole new market which is in the internet, and apart from people making impact within your own community, people out there are able to follow as well, and your work goes everywhere.
Okay, so is Ameyaw Deborah about gossiping only?
Well, what I try to do with ameyawdeborah.com is as much as possible be the mouthpiece for celebrities, because I want to create that thing, because I think we didn't have that culture. We have to always rely on some gossip to hear the message from the people. So I don't do too much gossip. What it is I allow the celebrities to contact me, let me know whatever project or whatever is happening around them they need the buzz on. So that's one thing that I like to create a buzz on. And of course, I also like to focus on promoting events, promoting people, art, different types of art, music, video, film, even painting. Sometimes I do that. So it's more promotional than too much of gossip. But every now and then I do some sort of gossip, but not that gossip that's in your face. It's gossip that I make sure there's some proof to it, or even if it's a hint that the celebrity himself has given to me, but I just want to serialize it. I drop it up, I spice it up a bit so it's entertaining to read. Yes, I guess one of the positive things working as a blogger and I mean having a name with the Ameyaw.com brand is being invited to most of the big events that happen in Ghana, and I've been privileged to attend almost all the big ones. So yeah, I can boast about that. I've been to the Trey Songz concert, Mario, T-Pain, most of the foreign acts. I think the only ones that I missed are the ones that came to Ghana before I started doing what I was doing. So yeah, it's been very good. The ones that I've really enjoyed perhaps would be Omarion and Fajo coming to Ghana. Then again, because of the international feedback I got with what I did, because Omarion had cut his hair for the first time and most Americans hadn't seen him with the low cut, so most of the images that came with his first low cut came from me, from the videos I put on YouTube, and also from the pictures I put on the various platforms. So it was one show that I enjoyed in terms of the coverage. Also, Ghana Miss Niger gave me a lot of mileage because Emmanuel Adebayo was sharing some money on some dancers when they were doing Azonto, and within a week I had over 100,000 people watch the video, so it was amazing for me.
Where do you see Ameyaw going in the future?
Well, I just hope it becomes the biggest blog in Ghana. Everybody knows about it, and of course, like I began with, the money is important. I want to see more people coming on board to advertise, so that there's pressure. When you do these canvas things, that's what the reading public want to do anyway, and that will bring you traffic. But I don't want to do that. I want to dedicate myself to doing something that promotes our art. And that will only come if I get the support in terms of adverts coming in. So I know that at the end of the day, all my hard work, I'm getting something back. So I don't have to bow to pressure and chase after traffic. So I'm hoping that businesses will come on board, especially those who are now aware of the importance of doing business online, using social media to drive home your campaigns and all that. So I'm looking for that ultimate end where I'll be turning out adverts. I don't want this advert. That's what I want. Hello, my name is Ameyaw, a celebrity blogger and publicist. My advice to everybody out there is to be bold in whatever you're doing and keep watching Be Bold.
Very interesting. You know, the one that really surprises, I mean, all this social media happening and, people making money out of that. I mean,
Yeah.
when you look at the Facebook story, which is, by the way, their anniversary is on my birthday. So every time it comes, it's like I get a new boost of, like, encouragement and inspiration. I'm like, yes, I have to be like him. I gotta do something
Mark
like him.
Zuckerberg, man, yes.
So what do you think of our own Ghanaian bloggers?
I think they're doing fantastically well.
And with Deborah, you go on there.
gosh.
I go on there like
We're
religiously
hooked.
every day, finding
He's almost
out.
like the Ghanaian Perez Hilton.
That's
you know?
all.
Fantastic.
All right, guys, let's take a break. Next week we will be having part B of this story. Let's take a break now. We'll be back in a moment.